love and give me shelter. Simple life, it's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love and give me shelter. Yeah.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We2 Librarians Movement platform, your distinct and dynamic platform that speaks to and for the masses. We are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers, but rather we're in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. Tonight is the We2 Movement Monologue. Title for our night monologue is A Seat at the Table or a Place on the Menu. Liberia at the UNSC, which is the United Nations Security Council Crossroads. So again, this is our monologue. As you all know, is being hosted by no other but your humble servant, Ayiti Williams. And so if you're tuning in, you're watching the We2 Librarians Movement podcast again. This is our monologue for tonight. Again, the title for our monologue here is A Seat at the Table or a Place on the Menu. That's a question Liberia at the United Nations Security Council Crossroads. Now, let's begin this way. Once again, I want to say you're tuning to the We2 podcast, where truth meets purpose and silence is not an option. I'm your host once again, Ayiti Williams, and tonight we confront a question electrifying the Liberian political landscape. The question here is, has Liberia won something real, or are we just clapping for a costume at the table we barely influence? Let's begin where all rigorous discussions must begin, with what? Clarity. The United Nations Security Council, or UNSC, is the most powerful organ of the United Nations. We can say UN for short, charged with maintaining international peace and security. It comprises 15 member states, 5 of which are permanent: the US, which is the United States, the United Kingdom, China, France, and Russia. These 5 hold veto power, meaning any one of them can block substantive resolutions. The remaining 10 seats rotate every 2 years and hold no veto authority. Now, Liberia has just secured one of those 10 non-permanent seats for the 2026-2027 term. The news has sparked celebration across some political circles. But tonight, let's hold the applause for a moment and dissect what this means with our minds, not just our emotions. Now, we start with the view of Councillor Aloysius Teah Jappah, who penned a well-articulated defense of Liberia's Security Council bill title. Liberia's Security Council bid is not just, or is not vanity, it's a vision. So Councillor Jappah argues that this seat is strategic, not symbolic. He frames Liberia's ascension to the UNSC as a reward for its post-conflict recovery, from a nation once engulfed in war to a contributor to regional stability and international peacekeeping. He says, this is not just vanity, or this is not vanity. This is vision. In his view, the seat gives Liberia a platform, a louder voice to attract development aid, influence peacekeeping policies, and elevate Liberia's foreign service from the shadow of global affairs. He sees it as an opportunity to professionalize our diplomacy, to advocate not just for ourselves, but for Africa, a continent consistently marginalized in global power structure. So for a second, I would like us to get to our gadgets and try to see if we can just share this live to as many people as we can, because I think this is pretty crucial. I really don't. This actually would stem from a post that I saw. I think it was posted by a brother and a friend named Madison, who I know from the Southwest Philadelphia area in Pennsylvania. And we began the conversation. But I thought after I read it, I thought that I, or as a member of the We2 Movement, had a different perspective. And so I said, definitely we were going to pen something, and then we can do a monologue and hopefully get a perspective. And hopefully I'll be able to. Today I did reach out to the counselor, but he's not doing very well. And so he kind of sent me by a text, and I said, well, I still go ahead and do this live. And so if you're tuning, I ask that you now share this live with as many people as you can. The live is being, or the show is being aired both on Facebook as well as YouTube. We have other destinations that we've not started sharing our lives or our show with. So if you have your phone or whatever gadget you have, please share this. You can go to YouTube or you can go to Facebook. I will now share this live with, let me go to YouTube here. Yes, I got this here. Let me go ahead and share this. I can share this on as many platforms. Let me do this with Facebook here, because I got to get back to doing this show. This is a pretty crucial and important show that I don't want to lose track of our viewers here. But anyways, yes, as you can see there, the topic for today is pretty simple. This is a monologue that we've decided to do from time to time. It's titled "A Seat at the Table" or "A Place on the Menu." That's a question Liberia at the United Nations Security Council Crossroads. So, yes, so we began the monologue with a well-articulated articulated narrative from our own Aloysius, the counselor. Let me give him that respect here, Counselor Aloysius Jappah. So now, like I said earlier on, in his view, the seat gives Liberia a platform, a louder voice to attract development aid, influence peacekeeping policies, and elevate Liberia's foreign service from the shadows of global affairs. He sees it as an opportunity to professionalize our diplomacy, to advocate not just for ourselves, but for Africa, a continent consistently marginalized in global power structure. He makes a compelling point. Symbolism in diplomacy carries weight. Visibility opens doors. Presence matters. But the We2 movement challenges that logic, not from a place of cynicism, but from a place of radical clarity. Let me be plain. A seat at the table is not just the same as holding power. At the table, historically, non-permanent African members of the UNSC, United Nations Security Council, have had limited influence, no veto power, no control over the council's agenda. Their voices may be heard, but rarely do they echo in the final decisions. These seats rotate like a clockwork, but the power remains locked in the iron grip of the P5. So we must ask, is Liberia joining the conversation or just warming the chair? That's a great question, right? So let's get to Counselor Jappah believes. So he believes we can export lessons, ship mandates, and attract investors. But the We2 movement asks, a deeper question: at what cost and for whose benefit will Liberia use this seat to speak uncomfortable truth? Will we challenge the neo-colonial militarization of African conflict? Will we demand accountability for multinational corporation exploitation of our resources? Will we raise the alarm about the climate injustices that disproportionately devastate Africa's lives? Or will we play polite, echoing the language of those who have long sat in power, those who constructed the very global order that has kept the global South underdeveloped, overexploited, and voiceless? If this seat is to mean anything, Liberia must become a lion in the room, not a whisper in the corner. So now, this is where the We2 movement draws the line, because we believe that representation with our revolution is a distraction. Let me bring it home. The Congolese child mining cobalt for Western tech. Her voice doesn't reach New York unless we carry it. The Sudanese mother fleeing war fueled by global arms. Her cries don't echo in the council chamber unless we amplify them. The African youth bursting with innovation, vision, and hunger for dignity. Their future doesn't arrive because we earn a seat. It arrives because we use that seat to dismantle, and rebuild the structure of global injustice. As Frederick Douglass once said, power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. And now tonight, we do not call this seat a win, not yet. It is only a win if we transform it into a pulpit for Pan-African truth, a hammer to break global change, a mirror to confront Liberia's own contradictions, and a touch to illuminate Africa's path forward, built not on borrowed dignity, but on ancestors' courage and sovereign clarity. Let us not be content with invitation to foreign tables. Let us build our own tables, grounded in justice, rooted in Ubuntu, we always say that philosophy, and sharpened by the fire of history. So I say to our leaders, to our diplomats, to the people, Liberia's voice must not just be present, it must be prophetic. Again, if you're tuning, you're watching the We2 Liberia's Movement platform, your distinct and dynamic platform that speaks to for the masses. We are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we're in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. This is the We2 movement, grounded in the soil, guided by the ancestor. Let's demand more. Let's be more. And if the world won't make space for us, we'll carve it with our own hands. I'm Ayiti Williams, your host, and this is not just a talk. This is a call to the arena. Until next time, this is the We2 Liberia's Movement platform. I have been your host once again. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you very much for watching. We look forward to seeing you another time. Until then, have a good night. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you guys very shortly. Bye.
It's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter.